This is exactly right.
When a charming neurosurgeon rode into Frontier Town selling a persona of confidence and care, patients trusted him.
He wore cowboy boots in the operating room and became sought after by patients.
He promised to heal them. Instead, he left a trail of broken bodies.
This is a story of greed, betrayal, and a fight for justice.
Listen to Dr. Death, the Cowboy, wherever you get your podcasts, or binge the entire series right now, only with Audible. Goodbye.
Sometimes the hardest part of therapy is just getting started.
For real, which is why having help that's flexible, accessible, and easy to fit into your life matters.
And that's exactly what Talkspace is designed for.
Talkspace therapy and psychiatry is covered by most insurers, and most insured members pay a copay of $0.
Part of the mission of Talkspace is to provide quality care that is accessible and affordable, whether or not you're insured.
Talkspace has really made it just a kind of no-brainer to try therapy. If you're nervous about talking to someone, if you're nervous about the money, if you're nervous about leaving the house, you don't have to deal with any of that. They have covered it. And for me, like, that is best way to get into therapy. Take all the what ifs out.
You know you got to do it.
You know you do.
As a listener of this podcast, you'll get $80 off of your first month with Talkspace when you go to Talkspace.com/MFM and enter promo code SPACE80.
That's SPACE80. To match with a licensed therapist today, go to Talkspace.com/MFM and enter promo code SPACE80. Goodbye.
New beginnings are exciting, especially when they come with 4 wheels.
If you're shopping for your next car, start your search with Cars.com.
Cars.com has the tools and expert advice to help you find exactly what you're looking for.
With more than 2 million new and used vehicles nationwide, it's easy to search, compare, and find the right fit for you.
Cars.com is there when you're dreaming, planning, or ready to embrace the new.
Start your search with Cars.com.
Where to next?
Goodbye.
Hello. Hi.
Hello. No, hello.
Hello and hi.
And greetings.
And greetings and welcome.
And salutations.
Goodbye.
Later days, nerd. This is my favorite Murder the Minisode.
Yep, where you write us shit and we read it back to you.
You know how it goes. It's easy. It's fun. Do you want to start?
Okay.
Do it.
All right. So, of course, we got a bunch of Paul Hole stuff from last
Oh, hell yeah.
week and Golden State Killer stuff.
Great.
So here's one called Paul Holes and Scary Druids.
Druids? Okay.
Druids.
How are you after the Paul Holes episode, by the way? Let's do a check-in.
I mean, I'm a different person now.
The world has been shook.
Hello there, Karen, Georgia, and Stanimals. I don't know what that means.
Steven and animals?
Oh, that's funny.
I don't know.
My stepdad has been working for San Ramon and neighboring police forces since the mid-'80s, so naturally I've been asking a million questions since the Golden State Killer arrest. I asked him if he had any experiences working the case because he was a detective at the time, and he mentioned that he worked alongside Paul motherfucking Holes.
Is that what they wrote?
All caps. Paul motherfucking Holes. Although he didn't have a personal experience with the Golden State Killer, he did tell me a story about a cold case that he and Holes worked on back in the day. It all starts with a lady who was a druid or something like that and participated in animal sacrifices and was on enough medication that she could probably fill up a bathtub with it. Her house had a creepy Addams Family vibe to it, and she had a son that lived in Southern California. One day, after she hadn't been seen around for a week, a friend or family member went to check on her and discovered her on the floor with her head bashed in.
Whoa.
I know. My stepdad and Paul Holes were on the scene. Allegedly, someone beat her face in with a baseball bat, came back 3 days later and placed urine on her, either poured on or peed on.
Jesus.
And then sealed up the house completely. Police dogs tracked a scent down to the BART station where they found a different bat that wasn't actually used. Weird. She wrote only with strange code in a collection of journals, and once some were transcribed, they learned that she thought a blue demon lived inside of her head and could only be eliminated if her head was smashed in completely after her death.
What?
How have we never heard of this?
She wrote that in her own diary.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Her son was a major suspect, but but was found in a bathtub in Southern California with his wrists and neck cut open, dead.
What?
Maybe a suicide pact. On his desk, a note titled "People Who Should Die" had his mom's name at the top. Meanwhile, somewhere in her house, my stepdad discovered an attic, probably in her attic, with around 100 dead rats in it. What in the fuck? He found it because there was blood dripping from the ceiling. After being in that room, my stepdad contracted a rare disease called Q fever and almost died because the doctors tested for everything else before testing for that.
Wait, is the subject line of this email lies and more lies?
I don't know, man. I think it checks out.
This is intense.
Let's get Paul's. Guess what? Paul's here.
Paul.
He's gonna tell us about this. He just comes out of the closet.
Just continual surprises.
Oh my God. He just comes in every episode.
I just end up having a nervous breakdown.
To this day, it's unsure exactly how he contracted the fever, but my guess was exposure to that nasty shit. Paul,
yeah, a pile of fucking rats.
Yeah, you breathe that shit in. You know, you lick them, a couple of them.
just to see.
If they're real, if they're made of cocaine. Paul Holes tracked down what must have been the type of bat used and where it was probably purchased, which is insane. My stepdad recalls how efficient and thorough Paul was as a criminologist and detective. He said that Paul dedicated 100% of himself to every case and wasn't in it for the glory like some detectives are. Well, they're not half as beautiful, so they have to work half as...
They need things in other areas.
Exactly. So that's my Paul Holes story. I believe the last name of the lady is Bodfish or something like that if you want to check it out.
Yeah,
so she's fucking throwing down. Also, I recently got an SSDGM tattoo with a dagger and a rose on my arm, and so many murderinos have approached me telling me to remain attractive / avoid assassination and whatnot, and it feels like we're all in a secret society. Hope you enjoyed the story and never ever associate with the druids. Nobody that sacrifices animals should be trusted. Ethan.
That email had everything, and it felt like we were gossiping about Paul Holes, but in a positive way.
Right.
That was like it was like a Facebook stalk, except for just strictly job congratulatory.
Yeah. I mean, what else is there?
Yeah.
If someone sends us an email and is like, "Oh, I have a negative thing to tell you about Paul Holes," burn it. We don't want to know.
We'll track that person down and be like, never again. You don't get email anymore. Okay, so let's see. This is the subject line of this one is, my mom was almost a Golden State. Wait. Sorry, Steven.
She was almost a Golden State what? What's it going to be? Killer?
My mom was almost a Golden State Killer victim.
Okay.
Hello all. Lots to get to. So going to get right into it. My mom was a Sacramento County dispatcher in the 80s.
Cool.
And my dad had been a Sacramento County Sheriff's deputy since the 70s. Naturally, I grew up hearing cautionary tales and straight tales of horror from my mom about the calls she received.
Love it.
Quote, if you ever see a child with an adult and think or even feel uncomfortable about their situation, immediately tell someone who can help.
Whoa.
And, quote, I will never forget the empty sound at the end of the phone line after that gunshot, end quote. I'll include those stories below, but basically real inappropriate stuff for an 8-year-old, but I was intrigued. Jesus Christ. Lately, I've been asking her to rehash some of those stories and to tell me more. When the Golden State Killer news came out, we both flipped. Before my mom started work as a dispatcher during the East Area Rapist active period in Sacramento, she had lived right there in East Sac. And while we were talking about the GSK case details, she said that thinking back, she had gotten 2 creepy phone calls, like heavy breathing, quote, I'm going to kill you phone calls. No joke. The man on the other end of the line said, I'm going to kill you, and did a gross murdery chuckle. And the first phone call she thought was a prank from her friend Charlie, so she just laughed it off.
Oh no.
Personally, I think any friend who called me jokingly to say they'd kill me is a real shithead. Yeah, it's not that cool. The second call came a few days later and started off with the same, I'm going to kill you. And mom said, all right, Charlie, is that you? But the man said, how did you like Sunrise Lanes? The bowling alley that my mom and her boyfriend, my dad, had just been to for their bowling league.
No.
And also, that's the first bowling alley I ever bowled at.
No.
Yes. It was a...
Wait.
We cut school and decided to go bowling, and I had a nervous breakdown because we got stoned first, and then when I stepped up onto like the bowling lane to throw the ball, it felt like a small stage. Like the background part was all...
Yeah.
Like there was a spotlight where I was bowling, and then it was dark behind me, and I
Yeah.
got super self-conscious, and then I wouldn't bowl, and all my friends got mad at me. That's just a quick sidebar.
And also the Golden State Killer used to hang out there.
That's
But whatever. Maybe he was there that day.
I think it was Sunrise Lanes.
I bet
'cause
it was there that
Anyway. Okay, so he asked her how she enjoyed Sunrise Lanes. She said, I enjoyed it. And then he went back to, I'm going to kill you or something, at which point my mom was creeped out, but mostly fed up. And she said, okay, I'm not going to do this. I'm dating a sheriff's deputy, so you better leave me alone. And then hung up.
Holy shit.
The call stopped, and my mom lived on to give birth to me, so I could tell you about it. Thanks for being you and my mom, and I will see you in Sacramento. Yes.
Oh my God.
Liz. Nice one, Liz.
Can you imagine if you're, okay, so let's pretend for a minute you're a fucking psycho murderer and you're calling around to scare women and they're like, fuck you, and hang up.
Yes.
Or they don't think it's you and you have to somehow convince them it's you.
Right.
No, it's not Charlie, it's David. I'm the murderer. Oh shit.
Yes. That's so, it just really snaps that whole vibe in half when it's like, I'm going to kill you. And it's like, shut the fuck up.
David, I bet you are.
David, you idiot. I'm going to kill you first because I'm behind you.
Okay, well, how about this one? I live in the Visalia Ransacker murder house.
What?
Karen, Georgia, Stephen, and pets. This is the craziest fucking thing that has ever happened to me. Back in August, we moved from the Chicago suburbs to Visalia, California, so my boyfriend could start teaching at College of Sequoias. My parents, the parents of our good friend from here, had just bought this awesome house as a rental property right before we were moving, so we jumped at the chance to move in. Flash forward to the Golden State Killer news breaking. Local news reporters started knocking on our door and talking to our neighbors. I was at work, but my neighbor texted me and sent me a news article and informed me that the reporter just told them that our house, the house I was fucking living in, is the house that Claude Snelling owned and was murdered in. We had no idea about it, and our landlords had no idea about it. Apparently, they only have to tell you if something like this has happened if it was the past 3 years, and unless you ask. Which, of course, we're all going to be like, did anyone get murdered here?
3 years is no time at all.
No.
It's like, that needs to be 10 or 15 years minimum.
Yeah. Of like
3 years?
Of like murder. If it's murder, especially when it's unsolved, I want to know where I'm moving into you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
so this house has a meaning to a murderer that's still out there.
Yes.
And there's a lovely backyard.
Yeah. You might want to hunt around for stuff he might come back for.
The telephone number's the same, so he might call. Don't ask if he's Charlie. He gets really angry.
And there's a civic order that you're not allowed to put locks on any of the doors.
Right.
Sorry.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay.
My favorite thing.
So good.
Can I just tell you, sorry, but there's just, if you don't know, somebody did a mashup of Georgia doing
Let me
play it.
No, let me just say his name because it's so funny.
Okay, yeah. Full credit because it made me laugh. I listened to this. It's Georgia getting mashed up into the beginning.
Should I play it?
Could ya?
His name's Good Dog. It's at scrub_lover. And it's just
Scrub Lover, you nailed it so hard. Okay, I listened to it like 4 times, and then like the 5th time I was listening, I was standing in my backyard listening to it. And on the second one, when you go up high, I did a spit take alone in my backyard. I spit my coffee across the backyard.
It's just so surreal.
It's really delightful. Also, I wonder, we should check and make sure we're not going to get sued for playing that much of that song.
I was actually waiting for you to say something like that because I don't care, but I know you're up on that shit.
Well, I'm up on it in a weird TV way, but I mean...
You know what? We'll take it down if we get sued.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if it's less than 30 seconds, it's fine.
Are you sure it's 30?
I heard it was 30.
Okay.
But I'll double check.
Well, Stephen, this is going to come out of your bank account.
That's right.
Okay.
Your mustache funds. It's going to come right out of that.
Goodbye, mustache grooming.
So yeah, I've been freaking out for the last 2 weeks and I've finally been able to tell you guys about it. Oh, and there's an extra level of weird because Snelling was a COS professor, College of Sequoias professor, and that's where my boyfriend also teaches. I've always kind of wanted to live in a murder house, but I always assumed I would know about it before I moved in, not after. SSDGM, Michelle.
Well, and also that one's very sad. It was a man trying to protect his daughter
from being kidnapped.
From like the creepiest of creeps.
Who was not caught until fucking couple months ago.
Oh man.
It's so awful.
It's so crazy.
So I might start house hunting soon. First question when I walk through the door, that's immediately going to be like, let's not sell her the house, is, did someone die here?
Yes.
Someone killed here.
Right.
Okay.
That's very smart.
So I'm never going to buy a house because they're going to be like, that girl's scary.
What if you were like, did someone die here 4 years ago?
What if instead I just walk in and then open my eyes really wide and go, someone died here? And then they'll go, no. I'm like, oh, okay, never mind.
That's such a good way to do it. Like, pretend you're psychic.
Yeah.
And just be like, pretend that you're trying to touch the air around you. And like, let your eyes roll back in your head. And then you're like, someone died here. And they're like, ma'am, are you okay? And then you're like, okay. If they didn't immediately admit it. So.
If they don't go, how did you know that?
How did you know? Yeah.
Right. Okay, cool.
Okay, it's the perfect plan.
Okay.
Are you ready
Nothing
for this?
could go wrong.
Nothing. This is going to turn out great.
Right. Yes.
This is Golden State Killer Connection / Angel Dust Never Helps.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
Doesn't it?
Dear, we'll find out. Dear Karen, Georgia, Stephen, kitties, and puppies.
Oh.
So the first story is a quick one. My very badass aunt used to work for the FBI in the DNA lab when I was younger. Right? So good.
Ants.
Gotta love a badass aunt. When I was younger, we had some really awesome, quote, behind the scenes tours in the FBI, of the FBI in DC. And there may even be a very unfortunate picture of our family holding Tommy guns from the FBI collection.
Oh, no.
In all our 80s glory.
Never a good look.
Oh, I'd love to see it. Anyway, the day the Golden State Killer was arrested, I called her to talk about how exciting this was, and she reminded me that when she was at the FBI, this was her case. And she compiled and ran all the DNA evidence at the federal level.
Oh,
shit.
My God.
So she was on an HLN special about it a few years back.
Whoa.
She tried to find the episode on YouTube but couldn't. And her first television appearance during her time at the FBI. So in a way, even though it took way too long, I like to think, and so does she, that she helped catch that fucker. Sorry, alleged fucker.
No,
okay.
He's the fucker.
He is a fucker.
She's
so
right.
for my actual hometown murder, not actually a murder, I grew up in Sacramento, represent, all caps.
I thought you were saying that. I'm like, wait, what?
No, this is how it reads. Sacramento, represent in all caps, and then long dash. Nope, that didn't feel right. You know what? I feel like I now should say I do have a very tender place in my heart for Sacramento.
Yeah.
That's why the feelings are so extreme.
Right. I don't for Orange County, so I don't understand yours.
Okay. I guess because so many bad things happen there that I almost have to love it. Okay. And we lived in a pretty quiet neighborhood. When I was in first grade, I hated sleeping in my room, and I loved to sneak out in the middle of the night to sleep on the couch in the living room. My parents hated it, but I was just doing me. So one night I'm fast asleep on the couch and I'm awakened by a huge commotion. It ended up being the police trying to get into our backyard. It turns out that this guy had tried to rob our neighbor's house. Unfortunately, the neighbors were home and caught him in the act. Luckily, the neighbors were not murdered, but the would-be robber instead decided to try to run away, stripping his clothes off as he crossed the street and jumped into our backyard. Thanks, Angel Dust. The police were called and found him hiding under our grapefruit tree. The best part of the story, though, was that the police officers came to the door after arresting the guy, waking my parents. And after the police explained what happened, they eventually left. That was when my parents turned away from the door and both screamed as they found me standing behind them, quietly taking in everything that the police said.
Oh my God.
I guess my love of true crime started that very night.
Oh, that's cute.
Needless to say, I was never allowed to sneak out onto the couch again. Lots of love, Joshua. That's
I was just thinking
hilarious.
how funny it would have been if they turned around and he had also stripped down naked.
And he's like, I too love Angel Dust.
That
as an
sounds like a
8-year-old.
great idea. Oh my God.
That's so funny.
I love it.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace.
Every successful small business starts with someone saying, I wonder if people would actually buy this.
Squarespace gives you everything you need to find out.
From consultations to events and experiences, you can showcase your skills with a customizable website designed to attract clients and grow your business.
With Squarespace's collection of cutting-edge design tools, anyone can build a beautiful, professional online presence that perfectly fits their brand or business.
Get paid on time with professional invoices and online payments. Plus, Streamline your workflow with built-in appointment scheduling and email marketing tools.
Head to squarespace.com/murder for a free trial.
And when you're ready to launch, use offer code MURDER to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Goodbye.
You know your favorite summer clothes by what actually makes it into your suitcase.
Find the outfits you'll wear all season long at Quince.
Quince's 100% European linen pants, dresses, and tops are the pieces you'll reach for all summer long. They're lightweight, effortless to style, and they start at just $32.
Their denim is soft and comfortable, and their organic cotton sweaters are perfect for layering when evenings get cold.
Quince's beautiful 14-karat gold jewelry adds a subtle finishing touch.
So I just went to Italy, and you bet I brought my 100% European linen scoop neck midi dress along with me in the color of floral waterfall, and I wore that thing all over Italy. It was like the perfect day to night. It just looked so pretty, and I felt like I looked sophisticated while still being comfortable.
Make your summer wardrobe feel easier.
Head to quince.com/MFM for free shipping and 365-day returns.
Go to QUINCE.com/MFM for free shipping and 365-day returns.
Quince.com/MFM.
Goodbye.
Every piece of furniture you own has a story.
Sometimes it's an heirloom, and sometimes it came with the house because it was too heavy to move.
If you're ready to start a new chapter with your home decor, there's Article.
Article makes it effortless to create a stylish, long-lasting home at an unbeatable price.
They take great care in curating their collection, focusing on pieces that stand the test of time.
We've talked about Article for a long time. There are pieces in that catalog that are so affordable that are room changers. And if you go through there and there's like a little something you don't even realize you need it until you see how they have stuff set up or what style combinations that they're doing, where they do the boho chic, there's mid-century, it's a little bit modern, it's something new. Like there's so many choices in there, and it's not going to break the bank.
As someone who's interested in tons of different styles and time periods, Article covers them all in one place. I love that.
I know I've mentioned already how much I love my entryway table, but I swear to God, because the path that it's on, I pass it 4 times a day, and I love it more every time.
Article is offering our listeners $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more.
To claim, visit article.com/murder, and the discount will be automatically applied at checkout.
That's article.com/murder for $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more.
Goodbye.
I think that's it. Here's like just a couple lighthearted ones.
I have a horrible one if you want it.
Why don't you do a horrible one, and then I'll give you a funny-ish one. Funny one.
Okay, great. Let me make sure I can find the second page of this. Yes. Okay. Old happy couple? Not so much.
Yes.
Okay. Hello, Karen, Georgia, Stephen, and furry friends. I grew up in a suburb of Seattle in the same house until I was 18. Starting when I was around 5 years old, my family developed a close relationship with our next door neighbors, an old couple named Alice Astrick and Henry Astrick. I'm sure this somewhere says not their real names.
Yeah. What if it just says real names?
Real names with asterisks.
Yeah.
They'd been married for 65 years, lived in our neighborhood for 50 years, and had raised 4 children. Our family had dinners with this couple every week. They babysat me and my brother when my parents were working.
Wow.
And we would cat sit for them when they went to visit their adult children. Fast forward to spring and my junior year of high school, our weekly dinner comes along, only Henry comes. When we ask where Alice is, he says that she was sick. The family shrugged it off. People get sick, you know, and continued on as usual. Over the next few days, I noticed I hadn't seen Alice. As usually, I saw her working in the garden, knitting on a porch, etc. I, as well as my whole family, assumed that she was really sick and staying inside to recover. 3 days after our solo dinner with Henry, I arrive home from school to find our entire street sectioned off with roadblocks and a group of police cars, lights flashing and everything surrounding our neighbor's house. It turns out Henry had murdered Alice with an axe while she was sleeping 4 days prior and hid her body under their bed. This was a huge shock to our community and especially my family, considering that the day after he murdered Alice, he came to our house for dinner like nothing happened.
Oh my God.
The following days were filled with lots of police questioning, candlelight vigils, and the depressing return of Henry and Alice's children to the empty house. That's so horrible. Even though this was 6 years ago, I still get shivers when I think about that dinner that night and how this seemingly happy marriage could end in such a brutal way. Pretty soon after this event, my family moved to a different neighborhood and I went away to college, but I'll never forget sitting next to a murderer at dinner. R.I.P. Alice, stay sexy, don't get murdered, Andrea.
I wonder how old he is. Like maybe he had dementia or something like that.
That's what I was thinking. Or some kind of a brain change in some way that made him do this.
6 years ago is not that long ago.
No.
I was thinking this was like in the fucking 90s.
No, it's crazy.
All right. Let's do funny mom fucks with me stories.
Okay.
Hi, Georgia, Karen, Steven, and Pets. I love the show and I'm glad I have a reason to write. My mom has a dark sense of humor, as does my uncle, her brother. Here are some of the funniest things they lied to me about as a child. When I got sick, a prominent lymph node on my neck would swell up, and my uncle and mom called it a roving parasite. Not telling me that it was completely normal, causing me to think I had a parasite living inside of me. They would frequently ask how my parasite was doing at family functions, which would freak me out. Fucking love it. When we went to the beach in MD, Maryland, we saw dolphins once and I got really excited. My mom and uncle told me they were mechanical dolphins that were sent out every day to draw visitors to the beach. I only found out this story was false when I was around 20, when I repeated it to my friends at the beach and they all looked at me like I was crazy.
You are crazy.
You are. I love it. Anyway, mom admitted these lies and more once I called her out. She thought it was hilarious. Stay sexy and don't believe everything mom says, Suzanne.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
The shit I believed, man.
Well, and also you can just picture, it's like moms that are sick of talking to children. Yeah. It's like you have to talk to these children all day long. They're constantly asking you questions. You're just trying to have a good time.
Right. You're just trying to give yourself a moment of fucking joy.
And probably that mom and her brother got kind of high at the beach.
Oh my God. They totally did.
Don't you think that was an element of it?
I recently had one. Marty might get mad about this, but as far as I knew, and this was like a cautionary tale, like my dad did LSD in high school because someone slipped it in like a fucking sugar cube in his coffee and my dad got dosed and he didn't know and he like freaked out. And then I said that to my mom recently and she was like, he didn't get dosed. And I was like, of course he didn't. He took it himself.
He was trying to like warn you off of acid.
Warn me off of acid, but also tell me that he's done acid without having to admit that he'd done it.
That he had chosen to do acid.
Yeah, like he did have a bad trip, but he also didn't want to be like, I took it and had a bad trip.
Well, and also it's like that rang untrue to me. A high school student having a cup of coffee with a cube of sugar in it is just not.
Why?
I just don't buy that.
No, he was like there was like Los Angeles in the fucking 60s. They were all smokers and coffee drinkers.
Oh, I guess that's right.
He's in the fan cult. I'm going to text him tonight and see if I can leave this in. So make sure you go and ask him about it on the forum.
That was the best.
Oh my God.
The people that run the forum were telling us that the day Marty signed up, and he was just like, hello, is this working? Test, test, test. And everyone's like, yeah, Marty. Because Georgia said to them, I think my dad signed up for the fan. And they were like, yep, he did. We watched him.
Yeah, he did it. And I just want to say I would have given him a free pass, but he told me he joined it before he was like, I joined the fan cult. It's so much fun.
I love him.
Dad, why did you? I wanted to do it like everyone else did.
He's supporting your art.
Supporting it.
He cares.
Marty,
God bless you.
God bless you.
God bless you, Marty.
Send us shit your parents lied to you about that you believed in forever.
That's good stuff. Oh, and we got everyone's messages, many, many, many urgent messages before the European trip that one, don't go into that room. I'm not in there. Story was a creepypasta. Of course, Steven's deeply ashamed. We're deeply ashamed.
Of Steven.
It's going to happen. I think it was just fun. It was a fun tale, but
And on a positive note, when we were in Europe, when I think we were in, what's it called? Amsterdam, we met the girl who took a piggyback ride out of a fucking kidnapper's house.
Yes, that's right.
We met her so we can confirm that was true.
Yes.
And she was a sweet baby angel and it all happened.
It's either true or she's such a ballsy liar that she traveled to, Amsterdam to tell us a lie.
Right.
But we don't think she did.
We don't think so.
We really don't.
Send us your not lies and your not creepypastas at myfavoritemurder@gmail. Go to myfavoritemurder.com for shit. I don't know. If you feel
And
like
let's just celebrate the truth on here.
that's all we're about here. Is mostly the truth.
We're mostly the truth when we can get to it.
When it's convenient for us.
Right.
Yeah.
Or we just make shit up.
Exactly.
Stay sexy.
And don't get murdered.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Elvis, you want a cookie? Want cookie? Yeah.
Jesus.
If audiobooks are your thing, or if you've been meaning to listen to more of them, you should check out a podcast called Earsay, the Audible and iHeart Audiobook Club, hosted by Cal Penn.
Each episode spotlights standout audiobooks on Audible across all kinds of genres: sci-fi, comedy, romance, thrillers, and more, with Cal talking to guests who help break down what makes each story worth listening to.
It's a fun, easy way to discover your next great audiobook.
Check out Earsay on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Goodbye.
The best time to think about home security is before you need it.
That's exactly why there's Simply Safe.
Traditional home security only alerts you after a break-in has already happened, and that's too late. Simply Safe is changing that.
Simply Safe's US-based live agents identify threats on your property and help deter them so intruders never get to your house.
The system is customizable so you can build one that fits your home and your specific needs.
The 24/7 professional monitoring is effective and affordable and won't lock you into a long-term contract.
I think that's what's so scary for so many people is that long-term contract. And like, what if it turns out you don't like it or need it, but they don't have that because they know you'll like it and you'll know that you need it and feel so much safer when you have it. Like at this point in my life, I would never go without a security system on my house. I just feel safer with actually having Simply Safe around.
There's a whole staff at Simply Safe that's waiting to talk to you and help you out. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/MFM.
That's half off at simplysafe.com/MFM.
There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Goodbye.
Vacation planning should feel like a breeze, not a deep dive into countless travel sites searching for the best deal.
With Cheap Caribbean's Budget Beach Finder, you can search every destination and every date all in one search.
You'll save time and money with the Budget Beach Finder.
Say goodbye to endless scrolling and tab hopping, and hello to Budget Beach Bliss at your fingertips.
Go to cheapcaribbean.com to try out the Budget Beach Finder and see just how stress-free vacation planning should be.
Goodbye.